If you picked pile 1, here we go. And I'm going to move these off so it doesn't confuse things. The first card is from Oracle of E, and it is Nasty Knot. Despite how it looks, you can now slip easily out of your current ensnarement. It only looks like quicksand. In reality, getting free is a piece of angel food cake. Leave the drama behind. The next card is an Affirmator, and it's called Integrity. I align with the center of myself, a glowing core of personal integrity. Emanating from this core is the knowledge that I never have to compromise who I am or what I want for anybody. I can live a life that doesn't include settling, unless I want to settle, in which case settling would be my idea of perfection and would cease to be considered settling. Paradoxes hurt. Next, from Crazy Sexy Love Notes, Say You're Sorry. Are you carrying around regret? Is there a relationship that needs healing, but you just don't know what to say? Give your pride a rest and simply start with, I'm sorry. Take responsibility and acknowledge your role in the situation. Apologize for them and for you. Then let it go and be very proud of yourself. Making amends isn't easy, but it's a huge leap forward on your spiritual path. Bravo. Next, from Notes from the Universe, and I tell you, that art turns me on. I love that. Turn on your love light. Sometimes the best way to remain sane is to love like crazy. Works for me. The Universe. Your postcard from Spirit. And I never noticed before. I knew they were all a little bit different, but I never noticed the writing. And this one says, you are divine beauty. Dearest you, we're a chatty bunch over here, always talking about how to support you in your life's journey. We communicate to you through the language of oracles, dreams, signs, metaphors, and omens. In your life on earth, however, clarity in your communication is essential to being understood. You don't speak in symbols, and if you did, you would definitely confuse things. Right now, you're facing a situation in which you're being asked to have integrity, be clear, and learn how to ask for your needs to be met. The first step is to admit out loud that you have needs. The second is to ask out loud for them to be met. And the third is to allow the other person, or even us, to answer you. When you follow these steps, you can most definitely expect an answer. In your favor? Affirmative, we say. Loving you so very much. The universe has your back. My faith has the power to turn trauma into healing, conflict into growth, and fear into love. And the last card is from Love Your Inner Goddess. And this is Starborn. You have a strong spiritual connection with the universe. Trust your intuition and your inner feelings about things, especially when your inner feeling is at odds with the appearance of something. Sometimes it is when it seems like the least is happening that the most important thing is actually taking place. You just cannot see it yet. You have a special and deeply spiritual life purpose to fulfill. You can't get there with logic and planning. Your spirit knows how to guide you, and the universe knows how to support you. Following your heart along your spiritual path is going to lead to your best, brightest, and most beautiful life success. There is stardust in your soul. The earth loves you, and you are meant to be here. But you may feel in your heart that you come from some other place. Human behavior may not always make sense to you. It may sometimes seem unnecessarily cruel or selfish. As you let yourself fall deeper in love with the earth, enjoying her creativity and beauty, you'll learn to hear her in your heart. You'll understand your purpose and why you chose to bring your starry-eyed soul to her as a human being living the life you are meant to be living. You'll realize that there are certain ways that you can help others to open up to the wisdom that your heart already knows. We cannot always understand why things are the way that they are, but we can always make a positive contribution toward healing change. Your life mission is to be happily you in the ways that feel most true, to fall in love with your life here on earth just as much as you feel love in your soul for the heavenly stars. You are meant to be here, shining as a beautiful, loving star on earth. And that is it for pile number 1. I thank you for coming by. If you would like to subscribe, just click on the little box at the bottom right. And take care. Bye. If you picked pile 2, here are your cards. From the Oracle of E, live in large. You are drifting in an ocean of gold doubloons. As always, it's your call. You can dive in, you can backstroke all the way to Istanbul, or you can stay on the piddly little raft you've been rowing. But it's all there, rich and luxurious as ever, waiting for your nod. Jump in. The good life is yours. Your affirmator, depth. As new people show up in my life, I look for all the weird, wonderful, complex layers below their surface. I can't be surprised by someone's depth of character unless I'm willing to peel back the outer layers and go a little deeper. It's like the brand new saying goes, don't judge an onion by its haircut. From Crazy Sexy Love Notes, believe. There's magic all around you. Open up to the wonders of the universe. Notice the connections and synchronicities. Follow your feelings and believe with all your heart. We successfully manifest our dreams when our feelings are in alignment with our plans. From that sacred union, the right ideas take shape, the best relationships blossom, and the stuff that's meant to be easily falls into place. Everything is possible. And you know what? I didn't read that very well. Let me try that sentence again. From that sacred union, the right ideas take shape, the best relationships blossom, and the stuff that's meant to be easily falls into place. There, that's better. Sorry. Now your postcard from Spirit, and I never had realized that there were things written on the front that were meant to be noticed. You are loved. Dear you, do you feel like you need to do all the work and fix everything for everyone, or you might have no value? Maybe you think you need to control everything, or else nothing will get done, be healed, be completed, etc. You may think you need to conform to what others expect of you, or choose a course of action to manipulate an outcome. But we don't think that would be a good choice. How about this? Even if it makes you temporarily uncomfortable, do something different. Set that boundary. Delegate responsibility to another. Ask for your needs to be met. And when faced with an impossible situation or sticky and meshed relationship, repeat this mantra. I didn't cause it. I can't control it. And it's not my job to cure it. Then carry on. Feels good, doesn't it? The best part is, everything just seems to work beautifully and honestly in the end. Love you so, so much. From Notes from the Universe. Dwell on what you love. Asking someone to change is like pruning a tree. Neither will ever be the same again. Scarier still is that you can't quite know in what new directions they'll grow. I wouldn't change a leaf on you. The Universe. From the Universe has your back. Energy flows where my intention goes. And the last card is from Love Your Inner Goddess, and it is Be Your Own Hero. Believe that you are worthy of an amazing life. You don't need to feel guilty or hold yourself back to make anyone else feel comfortable. You don't need to be timid or uncertain, worrying that you are becoming too much for someone else or asking too much from the universe. Living a great life is not about competition with anyone else. Living a great life helps inspire others to do the same. It doesn't take anything away from anyone else. If your dreams both excite and scare you, that's a good sign. Give yourself permission to go for it. Go after what you want with a happy heart. You have every right to be proud of yourself. You have courage. You have listened to your heart, even though sometimes that seemed to be the harder choice to make. You may have days when you don't feel so heroic, but deep within, you know you have guts and you are strong. You know that a challenge is the way the universe shows you that you are capable of something more. An opportunity is before you now. Has your heart been urging you to take a stand or take action in some way? Would you feel proud of yourself if you honored that? Then do it. You are learning what it is to truly respect and take pride in yourself. That means feeling good about the sort of person you choose to be, how you choose to live your life. Not lowering your standards to be the same as everyone else, but honoring your heart, becoming an inspiration to yourself. You don't need to try to impress anyone. You are an awesome human being, and you have everything within to make yourself proud. It's time to step up. It's time to be your own hero. And that is the end of pile 2. If the messages resonated with you, a thumbs up would be lovely. And if you would like to subscribe, just click on the little box at the lower right. Thank you for coming by. Here are your cards if you picked pile 3. The first card is from Oracle of E, Magic Carpet. Go ahead, open it. It's your invitation for a personal magic carpet ride to anywhere you want to go. You don't even need to send an RSVP. Jump aboard, my friend. You are on your way to enchantment and miracles. Your affirmator, loyalty. I'm there for the people I care about in whatever way they need me. Ride to the airport? No problem. Bail you out of jail? You bet. Go see your band again? Maybe. The point is, when I stand with them, I know I'm a part of something special. And to be honest, it doesn't suck to look around and remember they're standing with me too. You know, I have to step away from what this card is saying and point out that sometimes we give our loyalty to people that don't always deserve it and that will not be there standing with us when we need them. It's one of those harsh lessons in life that not everyone deserves our loyalty. And hopefully your discernment is at a level where you don't find that that happens to you, but it does happen. From Crazy Sexy Love Notes, it's time to stop procrastinating. Your current obligations and responsibilities can no longer be put off. Chop, chop. It's time to buckle down and do the work. The resolution and abundance you seek requires action. Ignore any naysaying voices. Believe in yourself. You can do this. Procrastination often comes from the fear that you can't. You'll be so relieved and proud when this is behind you. Oh, hell, that one might be for me. Now, postcard from Spirit. Let's see what the little writing says. You know what? Damned if I can read it. Oh, there we go. Celebrate life. Dearest you, we need you to know that you can change things miraculously for you and everyone and make things right. It's never too late. Forgiveness is about releasing yourself from the burden of an old story, one in which you were a victim of someone else's actions or your own. You don't need to carry this around. You can set yourself free. Even advocating for good because of this experience requires your forgiveness to be effective. Forgiveness is never about condoning things that were done. It's about letting yourself off the hook from carrying the burden. Resentment and hurt are like viruses that spread to others, and that is the opposite of what you really desire, right? Imagine what your life would be like without the burdens that you carry when you do not forgive. You can do it. Everyone over here believes in you and adores you. Notes from the universe: love in spite of it all. Before this odyssey ever began, there was you, your best friends, and wide-eyed curiosity among you about who would be the first to leap, the first to forget, the first to kiss, the first to tell, the first to fall, the first to get back up, and the first to remember that it all began with a dare to love in spite of it all. Is that you, Murgatroyd? The universe. P.S. I remember the glint in your eyes, all three of them. From the universe has your back. I let go of the shadow of the past by seeing someone for the first time with the eyes of love. Damn, this is a wonderful pile. And now from Love Your Inner Goddess, Gaia. It's the right time, or soon will be, for things to come together for you. If there's something that you really believe in, but have been waiting for a long time to bring to life or to see succeed, here's good news that something is beginning to stir. And at the right time, things are going to fall into place. There is a bigger question of divine timing about these matters. And it is not that you are or are not doing something right. Do not give up, but do give in to the wise timing of the Earth Mother, who knows how to grow all souls, all things, into perfect fullness of divine expression. Something new is being hatched. You may wonder if you are imagining it, if the idea of startling and beautiful change is just a foolish fantasy. Gaia comes to tell you that this newness is real. New life is forming, and when the time is right, it is going to spring forth as something amazing. What is needed is some patience, care, and a willingness to trust in what is happening within your own soul. Most of the time, people don't think much about their soul, let alone use their inner senses to feel for what the soul is experiencing. When we do take the time to go within, to inquire after our own soul experience, a beautiful inner relationship develops. And we start to feel the life of the soul as a very real and genuine experience. We begin to experience more joy, faith, patience, and trust. We start to share a special secret inner knowing with our soul about beautiful happenings that are going to take place. We feel a quiet inner confidence and a sense of knowing what is going on in our lives at a deeper level. This is comforting and helpful. Now is the right time to take time for your soul, to care for yourself just like you would a fragile egg with precious new life growing inside. Enjoy your growing soul connection as you trust in what is about to hatch. And that is the last card for pile 3. If it resonated with you, a thumbs up would be appreciated. And if you would like to subscribe to know when new pick-a-cards will be coming up, there's a little box in the bottom right corner that you can click on. Thank you for stopping by. Here are your cards if you picked pile number 4. From the Oracle of E, it doesn't get much better than this. Deep radical trust that appearances mean nothing and that you and only you are the captain of your ship. What you say goes. You are in unrestrained motion, and unseen forces are awaiting your command. Your affirmator is, well, if it lets me turn it over, self-worth. I say uh-oh because this is a big one for me. I cast off all concerns about what people think of me. I know I'm a totally kick-ass person, and my kick-assness can never be diminished by rejection. So people can think what they think and feel what they feel. In the meantime, I'll just keep on knowing what I know without thinking about what they are thinking about what I already know, I think. From Crazy Sexy Love Notes, accept compliments. The next time someone gives you a compliment, say thank you. Don't shrug it off, play it down, or reject the gift. You'll be denying yourself and the giver the opportunity to share in a moment of gratitude and love. Exercise your self-esteem and soak it in, superstar. Think of compliments as little confidence-building soul vitamins. You are worthy of praise. Your postcard from Spirit. Let's see if we can see what the little light writing says. Love you always. Dearest you, isn't it amazing how things seem to come around again, full circle, in ways you could not possibly have planned? You wonder how a dream could die, only to be resurrected years later, when you're really ready. You thought it was time back then, but your wisdom knows better than your small self, whose desires are unmet. Now here you are with a new opportunity to do things from a different, more mature perspective. We want you to trust that in this new opportunity for rebirth, you will be called in two directions. And the one that is unfamiliar will be the right one. In the unknown spaces, the uncharted places of infinite potential, we are waiting to guide you into your fullest life. Big bounty will come if you remain in the present. You have come full circle, and now you can see that everything changes, is made new, and is given new hope. Loving you, always. Notes from the universe: create space for new loves. When a thing hurts your eyes, stop looking at it. When it hurts your ears, stop listening to it. And when it hurts your heart, stop justifying it. I love you so much, the universe. From the universe has your back. I am the loving energy of the universe. And your last card is from Love Your Inner Goddess. That is Earth Goddess. To live the dream, we have to surrender the fantasy. This can be painful. It feels like the end, when in fact it is the beginning. Once the pain passes, there is the joy of what we have yearned for coming to life. It may not be as perfect as the fantasy, but it will be real, and it can nourish us. We can build our appetite for life with dreams, but we cannot be fed by them. The soul requires real life experience to become fully alive, to have experiences and grow. There's a fantasy that wants to become reality for you. Don't let a few gritty moments or human imperfections prevent you from experiencing the joy of heaven on earth. You have beautiful dreams and wonderful visions of what life could be. It is not enough to imagine them. You want to live them. This is exactly how you are meant to feel. For that to happen, you must practice feeling grounded, taking practical earthly steps one at a time to bring your dreams to life. The universe will send so much help your way, but you are the one who must take the steps. Spirit cannot do that for you. Even if you are not sure how your biggest, boldest dreams can come together, you can still ask yourself, what is it that I can do now? Sometimes it will be an obvious action that you can take. And sometimes you will need to pray and meditate and ask for the way forward to be shown. When you can do something, do it. When you cannot, rest and wait for your intuition to nudge you when the time is right to take action. Remember, you are an earth goddess. You have the power to manifest your visions, to bring your beautiful ideas to life in the world. This is what you are here to do. Remember to love yourself enough to recognize your creative power and use it joyfully each day. And that was the last of the piles. I hope that this resonated with you. A thumbs up if it did, and feel free to subscribe. There's a little square at the bottom right. Thank you guys for coming by to visit, and take care of yourselves.